more than 40 people were arrested. At that time, we had already a plan to come here for the dialogue on 6th October. That we will not go for the dialogue.
Nepal, Bangladesh, Gen Z basically.
Pro-Pakistan, pro-China, pro-Nepal, pro-Bangladesh, every country they are including. They are doing whatever they want. So this is not done, this is not justice.
Sonam Wangchuk under the stringent National Security Act.
Every day, this undemocratic setup is creating much resentment.
Hello and welcome to the Federal. This is Ubi Naqshbandi. Ladies and gentlemen, on September 24, a news comes from the country's remotest region, Ladakh. The news leaves the entire nation in a shock. The region known for its peace and tranquility saw violence. The region for the past 6 years has been striving to get its statehood and sixth schedule under the constitution. Today at the Federal, we have a special guest from the region, Mr. Sajjad Kargili. Mr. Kargili, welcome to the Federal.
Thank you.
So tell us about, you have come all the way from Ladakh to the national capital. So what made you come to the national capital at this point of time when the news coming from the region is entirely shocking?
Basically, on 23rd, when two people injured, two people hospitalized, and then after we have seen the violence erupted in Leh on 24th, and we have seen 4 people died and many other injured. And also we have seen that there was a chaos and more than 40 people were arrested. At that time, we had already a plan to come here for the dialogue on 6th October, but suddenly the situation has changed, and we went to Leh because we have to meet the injured one, and we have also went to meet the families, the 4 youths who have died, and we went there to express our condolences. Also met with the apex body members, and we had a meeting scheduled on 29 with the officials of MHA, but we came here just for the meeting only, and no other reason was to come here. But yesterday, the apex body has decided to pull out the dialogue, just because the people in Leh, they were also saying that this is not the appropriate time, because we came into a conclusion that this is not an appropriate time to initiate dialogue and go for dialogue. And we have decided today, KDA also extended their support to the call given by the Leh apex body, that we will not go for the dialogue, and also until there will be no judicial probe initiated by the authorities, and also those who have been arrested, including Sonam Wangchuk, would be released and drop all the charges on those arrested unconditionally. This is what we came into conclusion and we decided to do.
So tell me, after Leh apex body, Kargil Democratic Alliance also decides to pull out of the talks with the center scheduled on October 6. So tell us about what are the demands, what are your demands, and also that you are feeling that there is no point to talk to the center right now.
Basically, as you know, that since bifurcation of the state, the people of Ladakh have been disempowered in 3 layers. On politically, because of the absence of representation. Also, our land, we don't have any safeguard, and the government has promised us, the ruling party has promised us to grant us constitutional guarantees under the 6th schedule. We are demanding for that also. Public Service Commission is not there, so we are demanding Ladakh-based cadre. And also the 4th one, representation in parliament, appropriate representation in parliament for the people of Ladakh, because we have only 1 seat there and our area is so huge. So it's impossible for an elected representative, single representative, to represent entire region. So we are demanding for that, and we hope, we were very happy that government has taken some initiative to initiate dialogue, but we found a lack of sincerity in that, and also lack of seriousness in that. That's why for last 4 years we are continuously going for dialogue, having talks with the MHA, but no concrete result has come out. So we were little bit feeling very much a kind of a disappointment we had, and that's why we were demanding for a productive and fruitful dialogue with the MHA. And I hope soon, because this still has created chaos and a sense of resentment among the people of Ladakh, so they will initiate judicial probe, and also they will initiate judicial probe, release all those who have been arrested, give compensation those who have been killed and injured, and provide medical assistance to them as well, and also make the authorities accountable. Then after, it will be a dignified way to go for dialogue with the center, and I hope government will act with wisdom and sensibility.
Sir, you talked about chaos. Tell us about what is the exact situation in Ladakh right now and what it will take to restore normalcy in the region.
The only thing which can help to restore the normalcy is to initiate judicial probe, take leaders into confidence. Unfortunately, since 24, no leader has been invited for dialogue by the authorities, and the Hill Council leaders and the MP Ladakh, they have not been invited, and the LG-led administration has not discussed these issues with the elected bodies. So this is a kind of disenfranchisement we see, and people are feeling that they are being alienated, and sense of alienation and sense of insecurity has been, it's growing. So we feel that government should act sensibly. They show some maturity by including the local bodies, local elected members in these processes, and also initiate judicial probe and held accountable those who opened fire during the protest. That is the basic thing we need. And then after, if we will go, I think that would be justified. Otherwise, it would be legitimizing injustice if we will go for dialogue without these things, because four people have been killed, many injured, many are critical, many arrested, including Sonam Wangchuk, who was leading and the member of Apex Body Leh. He was a leader of Apex Body, and now government is trying to labeling him a pro-Pakistan, pro-China, pro-Nepal, pro-Bangladesh. Every country they are including. They are doing whatever they want. So this is not done. This is not justice.
As you said, the protesters in Leh have been compared even by the UT's LG, Kavinder Gupta, akin to the protesters in Nepal, Bangladesh, Gen Z basically protesters. How do you look at it? Is this not going to widen the divide between people and the administration out there?
No, the basic thing is, if you think that this is Gen Z protest, then it's not justified, it is not fact, because in Ladakh during the protest, every age group, every community, every section of society was taking part in this moment for last 3 years. And it is not appropriate or right to say that this is Gen Z protest. Number two is labeling this protest with Nepal and Bangladesh and Sri Lanka and Pakistan is not justified, because in those countries the protesters were trying to topple the state, topple the government and change the constitution, while we are a small population of a small population of a region where we are demanding some constitutional guarantees and some democratic rights from our own government, and we are engaging our own government. So it's not appropriate to say that we are doing Gen Z, Bangladesh, Sri Lanka, Nepal. This kind of labeling is very brazen injustice to the people of Ladakh, and they are not doing justice with the patriotic people like Ladakh, who always stood with the nation, who gave blood to secure the borders on Pakistan side and China side during every war, be it 1948, 62, 65, 71, 98 and 2022. People of Ladakh always played a vital role They gave blood to secure borders along with the Indian Army. The Indian Army is the line where they protect our national defense. The Ladakhis are part of natural defense. We are also the soldiers, but we don't wear uniform. We don't take salary. We don't get transferred, but we are army of the nation. So we are the natural defense, and the government should protect national defense as well as natural defense. And they are alienating natural defense of this country. That those are the people of Ladakh.
Okay, Mr. Kargili, on 5 August 2019, we saw on the center's decision, we saw two opposing reactions from the Ladakh's two regions, one Leh welcoming it and the another Kargil opposing it. Even now the arrested climate activist Sonam Wangchuk under the stringent National Security Act, he even welcomed it. So had you predicted that the situation would deteriorate such fast within these 6 years?
We had apprehensions even during the bifurcation of the state that the mood which we were witnessing in Leh will not remain same, because we were much aware of this undemocratic setup of UT, because we were seeing this in Delhi, where an active legislative government, which elected government, was not do anything they want, not implement any policy which they want because of the LG's interference. So it was not even possible in the remote region like Ladakh, where an elected body will be able to go against an LG administration. So therefore, we were from the beginning we were opposing the idea of union territory setup, and we were demanding the UT must grant statehood for Ladakh. And initially the Kargil side, they were demanding reintegration with the Jammu and Kashmir, because we never wanted to bifurcate from the Jammu and Kashmir. Then after both Leh Apex Body and Kargil Democratic Alliance, we came into conclusion with 4-point agenda, including statehood, separate statehood for Ladakh, and sixth schedule for Ladakh. Now we are constantly demanding, because every day this undemocratic setup is creating much resentment, much disappointment, and giving a sense of betrayal to the people of Ladakh.
Okay, one last important question, Mr. Kargili. That is, after the September 24 incident that left several dead and scores injured, so what it will now take Ladakhi leadership to get back to the negotiating table, dialogue table with the center?
The only thing which is the dignified way is to resume dialogue, is to do justice. Those who have been arrested must be released as soon as possible. They should drop all the charges which they have, the baseless allegation they have imposed on those who have been arrested. And also the third one, to create an atmosphere of peace and harmony in the region by releasing by releasing all those who have been arrested, by providing relief and relief and medical assistance to those who have been injured, and including Sonam Wangchuk, yes. And also then after we can go for a dialogue, and they should do as soon as possible, because I think my personal feeling is this, that the apex body and KDA should give a time bound thing to the MHA, that if they can do they can take these steps until this date, then we will go for a dialogue. Otherwise we will initiate our own movement, because our own movement which was going on earlier should not stagnant. That's why we want dialogue on dignified manner, and for that reason both apex body and KDA, I hope they will meet soon and they will issue a statement in this regard.
Thank you, Sajjad Saab. Thank you for talking to the Federal. Ladies and gentlemen, here was Mr. Kargili, a leading voice from the Ladakh, telling us about the ground situation and what it will take to start the dialogue process again with the center. Thanks for watching.